Hi, how are you today? I've been okay. Really tired. Really tired. Actually, right now I'm like almost falling asleep. I'm on the edge of falling asleep. I'm so sleepy. I just wanted to check in to see how you're also doing because I'm quite familiar with the ups and downs of life, as I'm sure everyone is, but I just understand that it can get really tough sometimes, and I guess I just wanted to come here and let you know that everything's gonna be okay, and that, just in case you were wondering, you're not the only one struggling right now. It's not just the world, but it's also me and probably my neighbor and everyone else. I guess not just because of 2020, but life itself is always going to be up and down and up and down. So, I think all we can really do is accept it and be still in our reality. Accept our reality the way it is now, without wanting to change anything about now. It's so important to learn how to do that. And I'm still learning how to do that. It's not the easiest thing. Like right now, for example, I zoned out, but I was completely in the moment. I don't know if any of this is making sense because I'm really tired right now and sleepy. You can see my eyes are glossy, but it just got me thinking about life. It's weird, huh? Life is weird. We're not gonna fall into an existential crisis now, though. It's not the time. But this is like, I just want you guys to know I only set up a lamp so you can see my face, but this is literally like my night thing. So it's like authentic as fuck. I always have little lights because I love little lights. They make me feel cozy. And went off on a tangent. What was I talking about? I was saying that I think it's really important to be able to value and appreciate your current situation and your current moment, even if it's horrible. Like like yesterday I got really angry at something, and I'm like pretty fiery when I get angry. Just contradicting considering I do ASMR, but I'm like that. And then I like sort of stopped myself in my tracks after, and I realized, like, why am I making such a big deal out of this? Why am I letting this ruin my inner peace? I should just breathe, tell myself fuck it, and like recenter myself, because I was like shaking. I was just upset. I was not in a good mood. I'm burnt out, like overexhausted, and I had some chocolate. I had some watermelon. And I felt great. Oh, and I had a glass of wine. I felt so good. Never underestimate the power of red wine and white wine, rosé, all kinds of wine. And amaretto. Amaretto also. It's so good. And yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling, but like think about a sunset, for example. But like, think about a sunset, for example. When was the last time you watched a sunset? For me, it was a really, really long time ago. And I hope more of you guys have seen some sunsets lately. For me, it was a while ago, but like, sometimes the planet can really surprise us with just how pretty it is. And something as small as a sunset, like in The Little Prince, it's my favorite book. Being still, watching the sunset, watching the way the sun goes down, and the colors, the way they blend in together and get richer and richer as it gets darker, and how that glow like illuminates the clouds. If you notice, sunsets are 10 times more stunning when there's clouds. And that used to be my favorite thing to do. I used to go down to the beach because it's really close to my house, and watch the sunset. I would walk for like 4 hours because it was just this long like beach way, and watch the sunset and think about life and listen to music. Like back in the day when I was still listening to Above and Beyond, they have this song called Sun in Your Eyes, and I vividly remember walking down, this way, and I stopped because I was halfway down this alley, like this seaside walk. Pier? It's not a pier, something different, and it took 4 hours, like a beachside thing. Can't think of it right now, my brain isn't working. Anyway, and when I was like halfway through, I noticed that the sun was starting to set. And I was like, I have to stop. I can't just walk, I have to stop. So I stopped and I found the perfect bench it just had the perfect view. And I put my feet up on the bench. I put that song on and watched the sun go down, and it was getting like the perfect chill because it was summer, but it was just like the perfect crisp in the air where you're not, sweating and dying. It's perfect. And I just so vividly remember that moment. I'm sure you guys have moments like that in your life that are just so small but really special. And I urge you to find more little moments like that, because that's when you're actually living in the moment. Because if I hadn't, really stopped and appreciated and really breathed, it wouldn't have impacted me in the same way. I wouldn't have been as immersed and influenced by that moment. And that's the difference between living life on autopilot, which is what most of us do, just, when we're tired from work or whatever it may be, compared to really taking time, even something like taking time to be mindful when you eat. I don't mean the mindful and not intuitive eating thing. I just mean eating your meals, with as little outside influence as possible, not watching Netflix, even though I know it's the best feeling ever. Watching your favorite show and eating a good meal, but really not wolfing your food down, but eating slowly and with intent, so that you're putting in all of this good energy into the food that you're eating, and it can nourish you in an even better way. Taking showers or baths that actually are relaxing, and you're not just, rushing in and out to get into bed or to start your day. Just taking time and listening to the little silences, the little silences that are sprinkled all over the place, even right now. That little silence. You can hear the white noise from the microphone. If I didn't do a good job at removing it. I can hear a motorcycle here. I can hear a dog barking in the background. I hear a dog again. Sometimes I hear cats fighting at night, probably scratching their eyeballs out. There's so many little things to notice. Or when you're at a restaurant, taking notice of the clinking of the cutlery and the plates, the forks against the plates, the spoons against the plates. It's so easy with day-to-day life to forget about all that and just rush through everything. I don't want to rush through. I don't want to rush through everything. I don't want to rush through life and then have it pass me by, you know? It's so easy to do though. It's really easy to get caught up like in work and stuff, you know, material shit, money, just things that you're not going to take to the grave with you. That's my philosophy on a lot of stuff. You know, like for certain parts of the year, I don't prefer items like materials, items. I'd prefer something like a little trip or I don't know, something sentimental but not stuff. One, because I'm really picky, and two, because it's hard to shop for me, and three, I just don't like things that collect dust. I try to avoid them. It's of course nice to have, you know, things that you like, but not too much. I get anxiety when I have too much stuff around me. So, like for example, you can do a thing where if you buy 2 books, you take 2 books off your bookshelf and you donate them. If you buy a sweater, you take one more thing out of your closet and you donate it. If you buy 3 pairs of socks, you throw away 3 more pairs of socks, old ratty ones, or you use them to like wash your windows or something. Just so that way you're always cycling stuff out in and out of your closet, of your home, instead of piling up stuff and stuff and stuff. And you'll notice how much lighter you feel when you don't place so much of your value and time and effort and money and your attention and your attachment to stuff. I don't mean like, you know, go extremist, minimalist. Just take little steps to like, sorry, I feel like I keep saying like. I have to cut that out, clean up my vocab. But you know, take little steps. Motorcycle. You know, take little steps towards living more lightly, if you want to call it that. And it feels good to know that you can fit most of your stuff in a luggage or 2. At least that's how I think of it. I'd be interested to know how you guys think of that and what your viewpoint is. Yeah. Like with stuff, I usually prefer to, I think I've shared this before, to like buy fewer things but better quality instead of a lot of things and lower quality that will fall apart faster, and then I'll have to spend more money than if I just invested in a higher quality piece. Yeah. Just zoned out. I was thinking of like a friend of mine was telling me, like, we were talking about the whole concept of self-help books and how, you know, they're great if they're used right and in moderation, because it's quite easy to fall into that loophole, into that I don't know what the word is, to fall into the world of self-help and self-improvement and then become sort of obsessed to the point where you become obsessed with these concepts and these ideas. And so many of the books, they say so much, like, it's a lot of talk, but they say very little that actually is transformative and can positively impact your life in ways that you can apply so that you can actually make little changes. A lot of these things like kind of float over your head and in one ear out the other kind of thing. And she was telling me that for her, what helps her is like reading light literature, like funny fiction books, for example. I haven't read fiction in so long. It's been so long since I've read a fiction book. And she loves reading those books because they don't really require your brain to think like, oh, am I doing this? Am I not doing this? Am I doing life right? Am I a good person? All of these questions that come up with self-help books, I find usually. And yeah, I'd be curious to know, like, what kind of genres do you guys read if you like reading? Because I'm still on the fence. I have 3 books that I need to get through, and after that, I need to buy a new one. I'll probably get a Kindle though, just so I'm not accumulating so many physical books. Yeah, do you read fiction? Do you read self-help? Do you read sci-fi? What do you read? And do you read physical books or Kindle? I'm really attached to the sentimental value and the coziness of physical books, the smell of the paper, the texture of the paper, but I hope I can detach from that, because the whole ebook concept really is more convenient. Yeah. I just can't imagine getting the same satisfaction from an ebook. You know, the same satisfaction that I get from like a paper book. paper and with like a paper smell. Something really therapeutic about it. Guys, getting really tired and sleepy. I guess this was our second pillow talk video. Do you like these like night lit videos with the little lights and like these rambles? They're kind of pointless rambles, but sometimes it's nice to just have it on in the background, whatever you're doing, if you're falling asleep or playing video games and stuff. Yeah, let me know if you like them. I'll do more. Now I'm gonna go take off my makeup and shower and get straight into bed. This is really cozy though. It's like you guys are in my room and like in this little corner of mine and we're together and it's, I don't know, it's really cute. Anyway, I love you all so much. Hope you have a good sleep. Bye.